Hi there, my name is Sigi and I'm from TCG Bandits. In this video, I'm going to open my very first Magic the Gathering Play Booster box. Sounds exciting, right? I'm definitely looking forward to it and I'm going to take you along for the journey. For the journey, well, it is indeed a journey. We are going to open the set Aetherdrift. Aetherdrift was released on February 14, 2025. So not so long ago, so it's a very recent set. Also in this video, I'm going to give away an Aetherdrift bundle to one lucky viewer. What do you have to do? Well, you will find out at the end of the video. And psst, in this bundle, you will find 9 play boosters that you can add to your playset. If that ain't good, I don't know it either. But first, let's hop into opening that play booster box because I really wanna get to know Magic the Gathering and see what the fuss is all about. So we got here a play booster box. In this play booster box, we have in total 30 boosters, and in each booster you have 14 play cards. Also, apparently, there is one box stopper included in the box. So let's find out what we can find in this box. Very curious because I've heard mixed feelings about the Aetherdrift set. Prices tanked, ladies and gentlemen. Very strange, very strange. Okay, so we have a box stopper. Okay. Let's see. Let's first remove all the packs and see what it's all about. We don't need the box anymore. So look at that. But let's start with the box stopper. I'm very curious what this is. So your eyes are on the prize. Of course they are. Let's see. Oh, very nice taped. Let's see what it's all about. Ooh, special packs. Not so easy in opening already this one. Let's see what we have. The box stopper. Ooh. Swamp and Softer Fabricator. Okay, I'll take that. Let's start with the first booster. Opens nicely. So I'm looking for some nice foil cards, of course. Oh, why is that in the other way around? I don't know. Something to learn, I guess. So 14 cards in every pack and 30 packs in a booster box. Very interesting to know. Well, previously there were like 36 packs in a booster box. 36 packs, so they reduced it. Yes, indeed. And also previously you had set booster boxes and you had draft booster boxes, but now it is all combined in one booster box. I think it's to make it a bit easier for the players. I don't know, I've read mixed things about it. Redshift Rocketeer Sheath. Yeah, nice looking card. We got here a little bit of a foil and a mountain. Don't know if that's we'll need to check at the end. Oh, what's that? This is ooh, nice. What's that? Let's put that on the side. So as I was saying, there are a lot of mixed feelings about the Aetherdrift, especially the collector booster boxes. The collector booster boxes, they completely tanked the prices. The hype was big in the beginning, but apparently the collector booster boxes, they didn't really deliver what the players wanted actually. So yeah, very strange. But I also hear other signals that people are saying, give it some time. After a while, people will be buying the Aetherdrift. So that's a bit the mixed feelings. Also, there are in total 553 cards in this set. Whew, and I thought Pokemon had sometimes a lot of cards in a set. Well, these are a lot of cards. If you can imagine, 553 cards. 553? My god. And ladies and gentlemen, this is even a small set. Yes, it's a small set. I have seen sets with like more than 700 cards. Most of the cards are, of course, draft cards. To be honest, I don't know how to play Magic the Gathering, but I don't know how to play Pokemon either. I'm the kind of guy that enjoys the cards, the foils, the special arts, and the things like that. So I'm for that. I'm here looking for some special cards. I'm very interested. You see, this kind of card is something I like it. Okay, Not everybody perhaps likes the theme Aetherdrift. Perhaps you are more into the Final Fantasy or the Lord of the Rings kind of set. I get that, I get that. I'm also going to open the Final Fantasy, you can be sure about that. A land card, yep. So it depends a little bit, but I think every set has its beautiful cards, something like that. And I want to get to know it. And to get to know it, you gotta open it. Okay, we have another card, perhaps like this. It's a different number, that's for sure. Okay, so what do we got? Is there something mentioned on it? Flower Spire Sky Cycle? Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Special cards, special designs. Yeah. Also a bit curious what the difference is between Magic the Gathering, the English side, and the Japanese side. What I do notice is that the Japanese is cheaper. Overall, it's cheaper. Perhaps because it's printed less, or perhaps it's less popular. I don't know. Could be. If someone knows, educate me. Educate me. I do find that the packs are really easy to open. That's something I really like. Max speed. Who doesn't want max speed? Unfortunately, there are laws in the world. Yeah, especially, except if you live in Germany. Okay, so we are almost 1/3 in. Haven't pulled that much, according to me. Yeah, still curious, still curious. So a booster box like this, the prices have gone up. That's a trend that I've seen, because previously you had then the set booster boxes. Hang on, we've got another odd series card. Which one is that? Yeah, that's a bit of a strange design. Yeah. So I was saying you had the set booster boxes, and then you had the draft booster boxes. Of course, the set booster boxes already costed a little bit more than the draft booster boxes. But now that they have been combined, the price overall is higher. I see a lot of people complaining about that, because not everybody wants those set booster boxes. Not everybody wants those cards. Some people, we already had that one. Some people just want the draft cards. For playing. Yeah. But I'm getting to know the game, reading a lot about it. Perhaps one day gonna try to play it. Who knows? But apparently in Magic the Gathering there is also a rotation system. The rotation system, I don't know, Magic the Gathering apparently is changing that up a little bit. Previously it was a rotation system every 2 years, that a couple of sets went out of rotation. And then they changed it to 3 years. And so now in August, we have a new rotation. And the rotation is cutting off like 5 different sets at the same time. Yes, so with the release of the new set on August 1st, we have a rotation which will end about 5 older sets. Instead of also 8 sets which will be in rotation, there will now be 12 sets in rotation. We have another odd series. Come on. Give me a good one. That's a special one. It's kind of like, this set is a bit sci-fi. I like it. Which I like. I like sci-fi. Yeah, I'm a sci-fi guy. If I can choose a film which is sci-fi or an action movie, sci-fi. Yep. Why not? So also very smooth cards. They do seem well finished. Good quality control. Yep. So yeah. I think I've fucked up a little bit. I've got 2 piles here. Come on, this pack. I left it on the table, so it needs to be a good one. Imagine that. So yeah, the rotation is exciting. The next rotation isn't taking place until 2027, something like that. And then they are changing it again. But don't ask me the names of the sets, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first box I'm opening. I know the sets like Final Fantasy and things like that, because those are now the recent sets. But the other sets, well, Lord of the Rings, okay, that I know. What else did they get? Assassin's Creed. Those the famous names I know. Zombie. Yeah, so those names I know. And apparently Magic is doing it a lot more now to include some popular names. Yeah, Aetherdrift is not so popular, but Final Fantasy, Spider-Man releasing in September. Oh yeah, looking forward to those. Yeah, Final Fantasy and then Spider-Man, popular names. I had a customer saying to me, yeah, he's a Final Fantasy fan from back in the days, and now that Magic is releasing a Final Fantasy set, he couldn't resist. He isn't a Magic the Gathering player per se, he collects something else, but he said, I'm gonna buy a Final Fantasy booster box. I think that's the idea of Magic the Gathering overall, yeah? Playing into the people that know a bit Final Fantasy, that like Final Fantasy or Spider-Man, Marvel alike, things that they want to get them into the game. Some other fun facts, Magic the Gathering is older than Pokemon. Magic the Gathering is basically one of the oldest card games, or is it the oldest card game? I don't know, another art series. Yeah. Okay. So it exists a bit over 30 years, I think. Yeah, it started a little bit before Pokemon. 30 years, ain't bad. And also another fun fact, can you guess set number how much this is for Magic the Gathering? Can you guess it? I'm very curious if you know it. I looked it up. Not gonna lie. Nope. Why would I lie? It is set number 103. So they already released 103 different expansions. Yep. Interesting, right? Interesting. Imagine that you've got so many cards in so many different expansions. The amount of cards that you need to collect. Yeah. That's just crazy. But there are also reprints, of course. It's not like every set are completely new cards. It's not like that. No. Apparently there are reprinted cards. I think the dwarf cards are also something kind of alike. It's just some special foil cards and things like that. Those are then the special ones. And also, I don't think it's already very long that Magic started with the serialized cards. The limited edition cards. That's a nice trick for the collectors, of course. A serialized card, if you hit that, of course you hit the jackpot. That makes these kind of sets, especially the collector booster boxes, of course. You've got the collector booster boxes and you've got the collector commander decks, that was it. So you have those. Well, those products are the first that get sold out. If it's a good set. Aetherdrift, for example, still for sale and cheaper than in the pre-order phase. Yep. Another example is Final Fantasy. Well, at my suppliers, sold out. Yep, they even cancelled parts of my order because Final Fantasy is so popular, they cannot meet demand. And for Final Fantasy as well, print one will probably not be enough. So you know what that means. Speculations are that not long after the release, the supply will run out and it will take Magic months to reprint it. And then prices will go up. So if you haven't acquired your pre-order yet, do it at a store that you can trust, that you know can have the product, and make sure that you lock in your pre-order. Because apparently in the United States, LGSs are already canceling orders because they've got their allocations and supply is not enough. Shit is already happening. Yep. I still got a few left, but the collector booster boxes, I'm so disappointed. I was too late. But the problem also is, I don't know if anybody noticed it, but the pre-orders for these sets open up so early. I think for Final Fantasy, the pre-orders opened up in end of February, something like that. And then it's pay up, my friend. It's like, really? What is this? This is a signed card or something? Okay. This is a signed card, yeah. I don't know. But I believe that's way too early. And also, there were multiple sets announced at the same time. So you had, was it Final? Just after Final Fantasy, you had then the set which is releasing on August 1st, and then you also have the set of Spider-Man. Those were, I think, the funny thing is, the set from Spider-Man was announced 2 days before the set of August 1st. Go figure. Go figure. I didn't like this at all. So we are a store of our own, and our suppliers then announced first Spider-Man. Okay, Spider-Man will be much more hype around it than the set from August. But still. Yeah. I always forget the name of the set in August. I don't know. I always forget it. Yep. But apparently that set from August will have some very powerful cards. Good for competition. Yeah. So about those pre-orders. Look, the thing is, if you want to have a big shot at that serialized card, attempt 3, hey, I worked. And if you want to get a good chance at that, you need to buy early, plain and simple. You need to buy early. And if you don't care, then you can buy the product a bit closer to the release. That's the thing. But a bit closer to the release, you also need to be careful, because I bought Final Fantasy a while back, and I sold out, and I wanted to buy additional boxes, and they were already a lot more expensive than the original amount, because supply and demand, and my supplier smelled the money. So so of course I also needed to charge more for the customers that pre-ordered a little bit later. But if you look at some sets like Aetherdrift here now, that's tanked, so the prices are lower. It is a gamble. But if you know it's a set like Final Fantasy, Spider-Man, you know the hype will be big. You know that there will be a lot of demand, not only by the normal Magic the Gathering players, but also fans of then that specific team. Yeah. So if you know that, pre-order in advance. Yeah. And apparently I heard in a video today from Woody from Alpha Investments that apparently they are brewing something of another set, a popular one. I need to remember the name. He said something about also a popular thing. Oh, I lost it. Got a blackout. It's the age. I'm pretty sure, but it's the age. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna tell my future. I will come to it. I will tell you later on. So yeah, very interesting in watching those videos from Woody from Alpha Investments, by the way. In regards to Magic the Gathering, the downside is the market that he discusses is the United States. I want to do my best and translate that a little bit for the European market and tell you what I see on the European market. Yeah. He also says that for Aetherdrift here now, people are underestimating it, and probably those collector booster boxes, which are now a bargain, will be much more expensive in the future. So perhaps a good opportunity. I'm doubting to buy one and then put it in my own collection as sealed. Why not? You never know. Yeah. Why am I opening this? Why am I opening Magic the Gathering? Why do I open Pokemon? Why do I open Lorcana? Such boxes and things like that. Because I'm not only a company that just sells these products. I want to get to know the products that I'm selling, to understand what my customers are looking for, what my customer needs for having a good deck. Can all be very important. If, for example, nobody needs commander decks or starter decks or things like that, then I don't need to get that inventory. If a lot of people, this is a really nice. If people only care about the booster boxes themselves, well, yeah, I can just get the booster boxes, and then especially the collector booster boxes and things like that. Why not? The commander decks, that's also something I don't understand yet, because you've got 4 different terrains, lands. They got an interesting kind of game here. I want to learn it. Yeah, like the product Land Station. I thought, oh, Land Station. I thought it had something to do, I thought, with the previous set. Tarkir Dragonstorm. Yes, I thought it had something to do with Terkir Dragonstorm, so I thought, okay, I'm going to order that for my customers as well. But apparently it just has jack shit to do with Dragonstorm. It's general. Yep. But okay, you learn something. Yeah. And also here there are land cards, because I had here a land card not so long ago. Land card. Yeah. But there are a lot of different products from Magic the Gathering that could be important or less important. And that's what I want to understand. Also, if you have any tips or tricks for us, let me know down below. We'll definitely read it. We'll reply to you. I'm reading a lot about Magic the Gathering, also about other sets, because now a new set of Disney Lorcanes is going to be released. Also reading up about that. Trying to see what it's all about. Yeah, you've got a lot of stores that sell a lot of TCGs and they just don't give. They don't give what they are selling. And I do need to admit, we have TCGs that we don't know, but the thing is, why did I buy them? I have an interest in them. Yeah, even TCGs like Shadowverse, for example. Why not? Why not? Yeah, I've got another set from the United States that I'm eyeballing like that, and I'm hoping it comes to you, which are very nice arts. And those are the things that attract me, like Yu-Gi-Oh! I also want to understand that. So, yeah. There are so many card games, and in the end, it's all cardboard. Everything is cardboard with just a fancy design. But if you see how many people play these TCG games, when I entered this world for the first time, I was surprised that so a big community. Now we are going to fairs. The amount of people that you see over there, okay, most is turning around Pokemon at those fairs, especially if you look at single cards, especially if you look at the more commercial fairs. Yeah, gonna get experience with some more local fairs, less known fairs, to see what the difference is. But it's very interesting. And then the mixture of the cosplay, things like that. Nice, it's nice, and it's also a nice activity to do if you have children. Yeah, we have a young daughter turning 4 years old, and she likes it. We dress her up like Pikachu or a princess, and it's a fun day out. We are enjoying ourselves. I can go Snorlax hunting. That's the card that I'm looking for in Pokemon. So I can go Snorlax hunting. Cindy is Pikachu hunting, and the children are having fun. That's what it's all about, right? Yeah. And okay, product is becoming expensive. Also, Magic the Gathering is becoming a lot more expensive, especially now that you have then the play booster boxes, as I explained in the beginning. Yeah, nobody forces you to buy product every month. Nobody forces you to buy products from every set. You don't need to fall for everything in FOMO. For example, I think the Magic the Gathering cards, they are printed 2, even 3 years. So why hurry? Why would you need to hurry? There will be a reprint. Prices will then go down. Yeah, it's also a simple. My good friend, I almost forgot my good friend. The supply and demand thing. So don't fall for the FOMO. So, but in the end, I don't think I've got some very excellent cards. There are some nice ones. I think this one is a nice one. This reminds me of the Gremlins. This card reminds me of the Gremlins. I'm gonna sleeve some cards after the video to see. These two, these are special Aetherdrift foils, I think. I'm gonna foil them as well. Don't think they are worth anything, but it's a nice experience. The next set that I will be opening will be Final Fantasy. I expect to receive Final Fantasy a couple days before the release. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do. Am I going to release a video on the release date? Could be fun, could be fun. I'm definitely looking forward to open them. There are already a lot of sneak peeks on the internet about the cards. Well, sneak peeks, I think all the cards are already online. Not everybody is excited about it, but you always have some mixed feelings. Look it up if you're already interested in what cards will be in the Final Fantasy set. Look it up. And if you have seen some cards that I pulled here, that you say, my god, Siggy, you had a magnificent card, let me know. I don't know anything about it yet. But I'm learning quick, and I'm gonna learn together with you guys. Every set that comes out, we will open a booster box, we will have a bit of a discussion, we will do a little giveaway. That's also our way of supporting the community, being part of the community, growing this channel together with you, and that seems like a lot of fun. That's what we want to do, have some fun. Yeah, It's not all about business and just don't caring. No, no, no. Us, it's about having fun and also collecting. So who knows? Who knows? I might become a Magic the Gathering real collector. Would be exciting, right? Then we are coming at the end of the video. We have a magnificent giveaway, the Aetherdrift bundle. Some call it a fat bundle. I don't know. Just says bundle, so we are going to call it a bundle. So, funny thing, what you got to do, well, plain and simple. You just gotta like the video, yeah, click that little thumb. You gotta subscribe to the channel. Come on, we are trying to grow a channel here. We are trying to become part of the community, give you some interesting news, having a nice talk. Why wouldn't you subscribe to a channel like that? And also mention down below, what do you think about the set Aetherdrift? Is it for you a set that is highly underestimated, or is it worth nothing at all? Very curious what you think, and I'm pretty sure the opinions will be all over the place, as always, but that's the fun about it. Everybody is different. If you haven't checked out our website yet, head over to tcgbandits.eu, check out sealed products, graded cards, single cards, you name it. Pokemon only for the moment. We are working on it. Check it out. If you have any questions, any remarks, let us know. Look us up on Instagram as well. You can also ask a question through there if you like. And I thank you for watching, and I really hope to see you in one of our next videos. Bye.